So about a day ago, the Minnesota Vikings pulled off a pretty cool storyline. Adam Thielen is back with the Vikings after Jordan Addison got suspended and is going to miss the first 3 games. They were in the market for another veteran wide receiver. So they finally pulled the trigger on one. There was some speculation that they would go after Amari Cooper, but he ended up with the Raiders. So I love this move a lot. Of course, Adam Thielen started his career in Minnesota, played there for 10 years, and he was actually an undrafted free agent in 2013. Just a great story. Honestly, in 2017, 2018 with Teddy Bridgewater, Case Keenum, and Kirk Cousins there at the end, I think he was pretty elite. In 2017, he had a 1,200-yard season. 2018 1,300-yard season, multiple Pro Bowl trips. So this dude was always a dog for the Vikings, and I'm glad he's back there because he has been on the record of saying that this is probably his last year in the NFL. So kind of beautiful, kind of poetic to a certain extent that it's ending where it all started. So I love this move a lot. Pretty sure all Vikings fans are in approval of this move, but let me know if you are in disapproval of this move. Now, the compensation for acquiring Adam Thielen is the Panthers will receive a 2026 5th-round pick and a 2027 4th-round pick. And the Vikings, of course, get Thielen, a conditional 2026 7th-round pick, and a 2027 5th-round pick. And I think the Panthers just wanted to do right by Adam Thielen. He seems like a pretty nice guy, a good locker room guy. So that's why this deal got done, because as you can tell, the Panthers really didn't get a lot back for Adam Thielen. Not to say he's a star player right now or anything like that, but still, really didn't get much back for him at all. But yeah, man, as far as the Vikings go for this upcoming season, definitely one of the most interesting teams to watch going into this season, just because the unknown of JJ McCarthy. Not only have we never seen him in regular season action yet, we also have to see if he could last a full NFL season. You know, a year ago he only played 1 preseason game and then messed up his knee pretty bad, had to get 2 surgeries to get it fixed. And of course he's not the biggest guy out there on the field. I feel like a lot of talking heads are kind of not buying into the hype of the Vikings for this year. But honestly, man, for me personally, in Kevin O'Connell, we trust. Dude is one of the best head coaches, offensive play callers, offensive minds in the NFL. So I've touched on this many times before, but if he could almost make the playoffs with Josh Dobbs and that whole platoon of quarterbacks back in 2022, whatever year that was, I think he can make it work with anybody. As long as JJ McCarthy stays healthy, I really think eventually he'll be a pretty good starter in the league for the Vikings. Will it be week 1 at Chicago? Will it be the first 5 weeks or so? Probably not. I'm sure there will be some growing pains. But in time, in the middle of the season, I feel like he'll be pretty efficient as the Vikings QB1. I'm curious, if you're watching this right now, what's your outlook on the Vikings right now? Are you high on them? Are you low on them? Let me know. I just remember exactly 1 year ago, everyone had the Vikings just being a bottom feeder team, and out of nowhere, Kevin O'Connell resurrected Sam Darnold's career, and they were one of the best regular season teams in the NFL. So they spent a lot in free agency in the trenches on that O-line and on that D-line, so that defense is going to be improved, and it was already a pretty good unit from a year ago. Yeah, it definitely had some struggles down the stretch, but year 2 with Brian Flores, I think the defense is going to be maybe a top 10 unit. I love that Aaron Jones is back. I love the acquisition of Jordan Mason as well. So I think this offense is loaded. I think that defense is loaded. It's just all on JJ McCarthy, man. And if I were a betting man on the Vikings for this season, I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to be good. I know they're in a competitive division, unfortunately. I think they'll stay afloat. I don't know if they'll be a playoff team, but I got them at like 9 wins, 10 wins, something like that. And if you take a look at the rest of the division, I think the Lions will take a step backwards. Sure, I think they will be a playoff team, but I don't think they're going to be as good as they were a year ago. Hopefully, they can stay healthy, but losing both coordinators in one off season is a massive, massive blow. So I'm kind of dubious on them, quite honestly. And Chicago, I think they will be better. I think Chicago will be a playoff team. I just feel it. I really, really do. And I'd say the unknown, well, there's two unknowns in the NFC North, the Vikings and the Packers. We really haven't seen Jordan Love play a complete good season, considering how much he's making as a QB in the NFL. So maybe this is the year, maybe it's not. He messed up his thumb first week of preseason, so he is expected to be back week 1. But still, like, he has had some injury issues, hasn't had a full season yet. But I think Matt LaFleur is a good head coach. I think that's a solid team. But that's just like two giant question marks for the NFC North. Can JJ McCarthy be good? And can Jordan Love put together a full, complete, efficient season? Let me know if you think both of those things are going to happen or not. But yeah, man, going into week 1, I'd say Minnesota at Chicago is probably my most anticipated game. That or the Steelers at the New York Jets. That Vikings-Bears game's high pressure for both teams for sure, because Chicago's standpoint, Ben Johnson's first game, you're at home. Chicago is a hardcore sports city, so they're going to be feeling the pressure. I feel like they just can't afford to go 0-1, especially with JJ being pretty vulnerable here. He is missing Jordan Addison, which he's not quite an elite receiver, but he's right under there, man. That dude is just, he's been amazing since entering the NFL. One of my favorite players to watch. And the fact that he's starting his first NFL game on the road in prime time, I would imagine he's not going to be in his crispest form. So in my opinion, that's just a must-win for Chicago. And just like a ton of question marks going into that game, man. And we're going to get a lot of answers. The difference between the Eberflus coaching staff and the Ben Johnson coaching staff. Can we see some fireworks from that Bears offense right off the rip? Can we see something from JJ McCarthy right off the rip? I love it, man. I'm so excited. I'm sure if you're watching this vid right now, you probably agree with me. But yeah, man, let me know what you think about Adam Thielen, the Minnesota Vikings, and their opener against Chicago in the comments below. If you made this far, please subscribe and like the vid. It'd help out your boy a ton. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
Yeah, he's got it all, doesn't he? When you watch him throw the football down the field, you can see the arm strength, but the biggest thing is you can see that wonderful touch on the football. He is laying that football in there right on the money.